Jon Jones, you make it so hard to be a fan sometimes. What the hell are you doing? And what am I on about sometimes? He's always made it difficult to be his fan. He's got more asterisks, I'll just say plural for asterisks. He's got more asterisks, I can't even speak, next to his name than any other UFC or MMA fighter there has ever been. He's crashing into pregnant women. He's on the cocaine. He's hiding from USADA under the cage all those years ago. He's got picograms in his system. And now this story. UFC star Jon Jones threatens to kill a drug tester, with police called after anti-doping official tries to take a sample from an extremely intoxicated heavyweight champion. I thought Jon Jones found God. I thought that he was a changed man. He's not. He's a psychopath, and unfortunately, a lot of the greats are actual psychopaths. Now, here's the thing. This drug tester could be lying because it is a female. Don't want to upset me 4% audience, but you know that sometimes women do have a little history of the false allegations. Let's not deny it. What are the best two ways to destroy a man's reputation? It's sexual assault allegations and physical assault allegations. And it even says here, the alleged, and we'll emphasize that word, the alleged incident reportedly took place in late March. However, the tester involved went to a location near Jon Jones's home to report the incident on April the 5th. If you was that scared for your life and it was that bad, why did it take longer than a day to report the incident? And don't tell me you were scared. Oh, I'm scared. Anything like this happens to you, you should report it instantly, because the more time that passes between the incident itself and then you reporting it, the less likely people are to believe you. However, I do actually believe that this happened because Jon Jones has got a terrible history of being a bit of a douchebag. He's got multiple failed tests under his belt. And why does trouble always follow him round? We all know them people in real life where the trouble always follows them round, but it's never their fault. It's always everyone else's fault. Never my fault. Yeah, okay. Well, you have to look at the common denominator here. Jon Jones is always finding himself in trouble. History finds a strange way of repeating itself. Big shout out to MMA Orbit. They've done a lot of the research and the posting with regards to the updates. The UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones threatened the life. We're not talking about just a little bit of like shut the F up here. We're talking about threatening. What's he said? She could be exaggerating, but as I say, I actually err on the side of believing the woman in this case. So he threatened the life of a female drug-free sport international's agent during a recent trip to his home in Albuquerque when trying to collect a sample for testing. Jon Jones has got a history of trying to avoid getting tested. We all remember this story, don't we? Jon Jones has even confirmed that it's true that he did once hide under a cage to avoid a drug test. He's notorious for it. We've now got this new testing agency within the UFC, so the old agency, USADA, are no longer partnered with the UFC. And what are the chances that the first issue that they run into is with Jon Jones? I thought if there's anyone who they're going to have issues with, it's going to be Jon Jones or Conor McGregor. Well, turns out, let me pull it up right now, Conor McGregor is actually the most tested athlete of 2024. And we've all seen Roadhouse. Conor McGregor was looking juicy in that film. He was looking juiced to the gills. No homo when I say that. He was looking juicy. I don't mean that in a gay way. So you think McGregor's the wild one? Or that if anyone's going to pop for steroids, it's going to be McGregor on his comeback because of how juicy he was looking. But I actually believe that McGregor was natural. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that one, and I will do a natty or not about McGregor and lay out all the arguments as to why I believe McGregor was natural all that time when people were saying that he was clearly on the steroids. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm an expert, fitness industry 13 years, what are you saying? And remember, haters, dislike the video, leave your shitty comments down below for the algorithm, I appreciate yous. And it gets heavier. A highly intoxicated Jones reportedly took the agent's phone during the incident. He's mad. He's off the chains. He's off the leash. He's off the rails. That's what I'm trying to say. The agent has reported the incident to local authorities. The drug testing agent named Crystal Martinez claims in her police report that Jon Jones got into her face and said, "Why you effing people come so early? Do you know what happens to people who come to my house? They end up dead." Jones, what are you saying, lad? You can't just go saying that to people, especially officials who are coming to drug test you. And this is the thing, when people are drunk, the true character comes out. You can say that drink makes you become someone you're not, which I do believe can be the case, but I believe for the most part, it brings out who you really are. If you are a nuthead and you get drunk, you're going to be even more of a nuthead when you're drunk. Me, when I get drunk, I just get more energetic and more happy because I'm energetic and happy anyway. Jones gets drunk and threatens to kill people because that's what he wants to do. Or so it seems, allegedly. So the testing agent visited his home, that's hard to say, at 4 p.m. on March the 30th. So there was 6 days, just under a week, between this incident happening and then her filing the report. To be honest, that's not too long. I understand it's the heavyweight champion of the world, it's Jon Jones, you can be a little bit startled, did that happen? And then as that PTSD sets in, that's when she's probably thought, I need to go to the police and file a report with this. Now, Jon Jones on his Instagram posted CCTV footage just after the incident happened. And as you can see already, the comments are completely turned off. And as we know from the Ian Gary situation, that's never a good look. It's never a good idea because it does make you seem more guilty. You would be better just keeping the comments on, letting that hate flood in. But I understand, maybe Jones just doesn't want to deal with this over the next few days, but people aren't going to forget it. They barely let him live down the whole picogram thing. So here's the CCTV footage that Jones posted. We've zoomed in a bit. So here's Jones. Oh, damn. Look at that booty. She looks Latina. You can just tell a Latina from a mile off, can't you? The dark hair, big booty, big hips. Bam. So that's what Jones has posted. So as you can see, they walk out and they actually do a little high five there. Jones somewhat looks reluctant to do it. She offers the high five and then Jones kind of does it in a way of like, oh, okay. He doesn't give any energy behind it. You can tell there's no tricep action in the high five. He just elevates his hands slowly to meet the other girl's hand in the middle. Yes, on the Shaun Jones fighting channel, which is this channel because I'm going to make a new channel for me fitness stuff, so stay tuned with that. But yes, on this channel we break down high five biomechanics. Can I get a like for the high five breakdown, please? So they do that reluctant high five, she walks off and then he puts his arm around the other agent. Jon Jones's ass is sticking out and that's pretty much it. Now the fact that they've done a high five doesn't vindicate him of any wrongdoing here in this case. It was the girl who initiated it, but she probably just didn't want to feel awkward about the situation. But Jon Jones issued this statement. I want to address the reports about me allegedly threatening a drug tester's life and taking a phone. I want to clarify that there's a video showing both drug testers leaving my home after the testing session where we exchanged a high five and a hug. Okay, he's on to something here. Give him a break. Okay, let's just hear him out. Although I was frustrated with the unprofessionalism and used profanity out of frustration. This is the praise Lord Jesus Christ energy coming out now. John, you can't fake it anymore. Us true Christians see right through your act. It ended friendly and amicably, nothing threatening at all. He hasn't actually addressed it. He said, let me address the reports about me allegedly threatening a drug tester's life and taking a phone. But then he actually ignored that part. He just said, I want to clarify that I give them a hug and a high five and I used a swear word. I said some naughty words. That doesn't clarify anything, John. If you're going to do a post like this saying, I want to address reports about me allegedly threatening a drug tester's life and taking a phone. I didn't threaten a drug tester's life or took a phone. Or in fact, here is what I actually said. That's what you'd say in that case. But I think John knows that he hasn't really got a leg to stand on here, but he wants to say something. He wants to issue a statement just to keep up public perception. He's just trying to drum up something that looks good. As you can see, I give it a high five. Fantastic. Next time I threaten someone's life, as long as I give them that high five at the end, it's all good. So he says, I was actually celebrating a friend's birthday party at my home and believe it's perfectly normal to celebrate in the comfort of my home. Was this even a point? What are we talking about here? No one's even saying anything against that. No one's saying that it's not good to celebrate in your own home. It's not even bad that you was drunk. Be as drunk as you want. You can be on the flaky if you want. Do whatever you want in the comfort of your own home. But that's not the issue here. The issue is that you threatened the bird's life, allegedly. Got to put that in there. I must say this particular tester behaved quite unprofessionally and even breached standard protocol along with the HIPAA laws. Throughout my 20 years of being subjected to drug tests, I have never encountered such an incident with a DCO officer before. Right, well, he's kind of being a bit vague there. There's not much we can say in that instance. Like, how was she so unprofessional? Maybe he just didn't like the fact that he was having a birthday party. He was a little bit intoxicated and drunk, and she came in, because that's what they do. They come in at weird, awkward times, and they test you. It could be in the middle of the night before the fight. That's what happens a lot of the time. But that doesn't matter. That's part of their job. I think Jones didn't like that. He saw red, bro, and then started giving a resistance, and then things escalate, and Jones probably just wasn't willing to budge. So, judging by the fact that Jones has got a bad history of all this crap, he's turned the comments off. He's been incredibly vague in this statement that he's put out there. He said the drug tester was incredibly unprofessional, but then not give any specifics. And then he's used the high five as a justification as to why things are all good in the hood, blood. Let's see what people are saying about this high five situation, because he's got his comments turned off, but people talking on Twitter. While it's crucial to uphold rules, finding a balance between privacy and accountability can be a delicate dance. Nope. If you sign that dotted line, you know what you're getting yourself into. If you want a fair, even playing field where you know no one is on gear and there's a tight, well-oiled machine of a system that is in place to catch people for taking steroids in a sport where you can literally die from someone having more power from taking steroids. We're not talking about baseball here where you're going to hit a ball a little bit harder. No, we're talking about being able to punch with 5 times the power and be able to take more punches and recover faster. Lives are on the line. You have to accept that. This is one of these tweets where someone tries to sound more intellectual than they really are. Respect for regulations doesn't have to clash with personal boundaries. Navigating these waters thoroughly paves the way for mutual understanding. Can we get a little hand for that generic chat GPT response? So she high-fives him on the way out and then reports him for threatening to kill her. Sketch. I understand that, but then you do have to put yourself in her shoes. She probably did feel awkward if you've just went through this altercation with the heavyweight champion of the world, who is physically imposing. She looks like she's about 5'2". He's 6'4", with big belly on him, love handles, and his ass sticking out, threatening her life. And then after a few minutes, everything calms down, and then he's walking you out of the house. You're gonna feel a bit weird. You're gonna feel a bit awkward. So I do get why, you know, she would probably do a high five. It's a little bit less formal than a handshake. Someone said, wow, this shows he's not guilty. No, not at all. Dead emoji. Oh, there's that stupid dead emoji. Get away with it. Dead. Oh, owned. You got pwned. Dead emoji times 3. XXXX. I pwned you. I hate that childish crap. Tell me that you're under 20 years old without telling me that you're under 20 years old. You used a dead emoji. The dead emoji does not mean that you instantly win, you know. Just to clarify that, I believe if you use the dead emoji, it's an instant L. How about that? Take the L. Take the L. Dead emoji times 3. And then we've had all the memes coming out as well. Point of view, you just asked Jon Jones to pee in a cup. New footage leaks of Jon Jones chasing the drug tester out of his home. Let's watch. And as of 8 hours ago, Jon Jones has been arrested for allegedly assaulting and threatening to kill an anti-doping agent. So the police are taking this pretty seriously. We can see it here. Jon Jones arrested. Oh, Johnny. What are you doing, mate? I can see both sides to the argument here, but just with Jon Jones's history, you have to err on the side of this actually happened. He's wild like that, and you can't just defend him because he is the GOAT. I'm not denying it either. Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. 100%. Don't give me that whole Khabib argument. But still, you can call him the GOAT and also be a big critic with regards to his outside life and how he conducts himself in his personal life. Although this isn't even his personal life, he's literally getting tested for the sport that he's in, so this is still his professional life. What do you guys think? Let me know below. Also, I've decided I'm going to live stream UFC 300. It's next week, isn't it? Yes, come on. I'm gonna get back into these live streams. I need a better PC though. So help a brother out, like this video, subscribe for daily uploads, and maybe watch one of these other videos right here. And let's do this live stream next week. I'm excited for this. Let's go. See you tomorrow.